We are a strange species. We spend the vast majority of our lives building walls. We chase the concept of fine. We curate a version of happy that fits into a square on a screen. We avoid the sharp edges of reality as if they were a contagion, fearing that one wrong move might let the darkness in. But then the sun goes down. We turn off the lights, and in the silence of our own homes, we voluntarily press play on a story we know, with absolute certainty, is going to destroy us. We watch a giant of iron choose to save a world that feared him. We watch an old man touch the velvet of an empty chair in a house that has grown too quiet. We watch a lost soul realize that his greatest spark wasn't a talent, but the simple act of being alive. We watch, we break, and we weep. Why do we do this? Why do we pay for the privilege of a broken heart? To the purely logical brain, sadness is a danger signal. It is a biological waste of energy, a state that slows us down and makes us vulnerable. But stories offer us a loophole. They provide a laboratory for the soul. When you see a character collapse under the weight of their own choices, your mirror neurons don't see a collection of drawings or a sequence of pixels. They see a person. They fire with the same intensity, as if your world were the one falling apart. But here is the trick, the grand deception of the mind. Because you know the screen is a barrier, because your body knows you are sitting safely in a chair, your brain does something miraculous. It recognizes the pain, but it removes the threat. It floods your system with prolactin and oxytocin, the very same hormones associated with nursing, comfort, and bonding. It is a biological hug from the inside out. In the animated mind, a fictional tragedy becomes the only place on Earth where you can experience the profound relief of a cry without the life-altering cost of a real loss. So why does animation specifically hit us so much harder than reality? Why can a sketch move us more than a movie star? It is because of a concept called aesthetic distance. A live actor is always a specific person with a specific face, living in a specific city. But a drawn character? They are a symbol. Because they are born from lines, colors, and shadows, they possess a unique kind of emptiness. They are vessels. When we watch them, we don't just see them, we inhabit them. We pour our own secrets into their silence. We pour our hidden shames into their failures, and our old, unhealed wounds into their scars. You aren't truly crying for a toy facing an incinerator, or a blue spirit in the great beyond. You are crying for the version of yourself that felt that way 5, 10, or 20 years ago. Animation doesn't bother showing us what the world looks like. It has the courage to show us what the world feels like. The ancients called this catharsis, a sacred purging. It is the release of the pressure valve before the boiler explodes. We don't love stories that break us because we are masochists who enjoy the sting. We love them because they prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we aren't machines. In a world that demands we stay productive, functional, and perpetually on, a good cry is a radical act of rebellion. It is the moment the mask slips, the social media filter fades, and we finally see our true selves in the dark. We don't break to fall apart into nothingness. We break to see what we are made of underneath the armor. And usually, if we look closely at the shards, we find that the pieces are held together by something more beautiful than the original vessel ever was. We don't go to the movies to escape our lives. We go to find them.